The house on Marrow Street had stood empty for years, its windows like dark, watching eyes. Locals crossed the street rather than walk past it. Whispers told of strange noises, sudden disappearances, and lights that flickered on when no one was inside. When Darren moved in, the town barely noticed. He wasn't the type to believe in ghost stories. The rent was cheap and he was desperate. Freshly evicted, jobless, and drowning in debt, Darren signed the lease without a second thought. The first night was quiet but cold. Not the autumn chill kind, this was deeper. Like something beneath the walls was sucking the heat away. He brushed it off as poor insulation and buried himself in blankets. On the second night, he heard footsteps in the attic. They were slow, deliberate, like someone pacing back and forth. When he finally mustered the courage to check, he found nothing, just dust and old cobwebs. By the third night, the pacing had grown louder, and he started locking his bedroom door. Then came the knocking. Not on the front door, but from inside the house. Rhythmic, soft at first, then louder. Knock, knock, knock. Always. At 3:17 a.m., always. From somewhere different. The kitchen. The attic. The basement door. On the seventh night, Darren found a note slipped under his bedroom door. In smeared graphite, it read, "Don't let it in." He froze. His phone had no signal. The walls felt like they were breathing. That night, he pushed a dresser against the door. He didn't sleep. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the knocking began again. This time, it was frantic. The door shook. Something scraped along the wood. Then silence. When morning came, the door was wide open. The dresser was untouched. Darren tried to leave. He packed a single bag, grabbed his keys, and ran. But when he opened the front door, he found himself staring into the hallway of the house. Again. He closed it and opened it again. Same hallway. The house wouldn't let him go. Desperate, he scoured the walls for hidden passageways, messages, anything. In the attic, behind a rotting trunk, he found a trapdoor. Below it, a narrow staircase spiraled down into darkness. It smelled like wet earth and something else. Sweet, rotting meat. At the bottom was a room, candlelit, lined with mirrors. In the center stood a chair, and in it, a man, or what was left of one. His eyes were sewn shut. His mouth was open in a silent scream. A note was pinned to his chest. The last tenant. Darren turned to run, but the mirrors reflected not just him, but something behind him. Tall, pale, eyeless. Its long fingers reached for his neck. The house on Marrow Street stands silent again. The windows are watching, waiting.